Hey everybody, so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why I started this channel. My husband and I decided to buy a large property on almost an acre. So we've already got our hands dirty in taking on a lot of projects, but one thing that I found myself gravitating to was gardening. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm afraid of bugs tremendously, and I'm like the last person who would ever start a garden, but here I am, and I found myself just gravitating to the nature, wanting to grow my own food for my family, helping us to be more self-sustaining. We already have a raised garden bed, which is awesome, and it's going, we're learning, and it's been about a year since we started it. So far we've had some successes and we've also had some failures, and so in a little bit I'm going to walk around the property just to kind of show you what we're currently working with and some of the ideas that hopefully we're going to be able to incorporate. The first area I'm going to show you is actually our backyard space. Typically we have grass back over in this area, and as you can see we also have an old barn that we are eventually going to hopefully convert into a wood shop. It would be his dream shop. Right now it doesn't have anything, it's completely gutted on the inside. We've been working very hard in the last 6 months to get that completely cleared out, and the foundation, everything built back up since it was rotted out pretty good. So it's a work in progress, and unfortunately, knowing that we're going to need sprinklers for the grass and electrical ran out to the barn, we are tackling that at the moment. But again, in order to tackle that, we also knew that we were going to do some planter beds around the trees that were already in place, which these trees are absolutely gorgeous. They are desert willows. I love those, and in fact before we moved here I had my eyes set on these trees, and I used to ask my husband, can we get some for our yard? And he'd always say, oh yeah, someday. And then we came here to this place and they already had two very beautiful established desert willows that I am absolutely in love with. So we have built out some planter beds around those, which we are going to plan on putting in some shrubs, and like I was saying, with the edible, possibly some edible plants in there. And then we'll be putting in some winter grass here in the next couple weeks. So we've marked out circles around each tree where we're going to also incorporate planter beds here, and then walking toward the back here, we want to do a potting shed in this space on the other side of where our raised garden beds are. And then in this space over here, we would have hopefully a composting area where this orange tree doesn't even produce edible oranges. They are purely ornamental. What a waste. What a waste. So as you can see, we have a lot of junk that we have been clearing out. This has been kind of our dump out area. In this space we're hoping to do, it's right near our pool area, so we want to do a barbecue, possibly as we get back. Moving this pool pump out a little bit further would be good, and then in this space further back here we would like to do maybe some more raised beds in this whole space. So you may be wondering, what happened over here? Well, so unfortunately, as I've been mentioning before, this is a massive work in progress, but in this space here we're hoping to do one really long raised bed, and then we had some issues with our septic tank, and that is actually what this is. And so we have some really deep holes dug around where the pipes are, and we've been in repair. So this area is getting repaired, and then eventually, once we have it all back put together, we'll be able to finally plant grass or put pavers or whatever we decide to do back here. So we'd like to do a seating area and then hopefully more raised beds. So this is the man of the hour, the man behind it all. But he has been busy removing all the existing pavers that were here. They were sunk. It was just an absolute mess. But those are all gone now. And now we're back kind of where we started, and that's just the backyard, guys. We have so much more to do. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the space that we're currently working in, and then we'll be posting a future video of the front yard as we get to that. So thank you for watching, and hope you'll tune in next week. We'll give you an update on what we're up to next.